Hello, welcome back. It's Laura at Hyperstamper. Today's junk journal it's quite chunky. It's a beautifully full junk journal. I absolutely went nuts. Well, I would say every single page on here has an insert or a tuck pocket or an extra bit of antique ephemera. So let me show you this one. I used a book from the 1930s called Tony's Scrapbook. It's a classic, and he ran a series, or the publisher did, and they're called radio poems. And the poems that he collected to put in this book were from his radio show, which was national back in the day when that's what they did. They listened to the radio for entertainment. And so it's a lovely book, and I didn't want to take away from the title of it. So I put this beautiful postcard from it's either the late 1800s or early 1900s, but it's beautifully lifted, embossed, and it's got the gold framing around here, this beautiful ribbon design. And I was able to pick some ribbon out of my collection to match the colors in here, and the beads as well, the vintage beads that I've been collecting and stringing to match the cover as well. And it's got this beautiful moire type of cover, which I love. Can you see that? How beautiful. And the spine, of course, is intact. And inside here, I put this on another magnet so you can see the other side of the postcard. And it's from Ruth Smith to Miss Nellie, and I can't figure out the last name. I think it might be Burns. And that is going to, I think, Charlottetown, South Carolina. And I put these two photos in. One is from the, pre-1920. And look at this wagon. It's fantastic. And then this is from 1931. And that is Joan's class there. And that's her teacher. It's a girl's class. Just love it. Made a little pocket here as part of a doily, and there is the gold embossed title of the book. Okay, so now let's go to the inside. I'm going to go through this very quickly. Okay, got vintage fabric here, vintage plate here from the 50s. Whoop. There's a wonderful ad here from a 1950s magazine. Look at this, full color. December 1959, Cadbury. We still have these finger biscuits. They're fantastic. And a wine ad on the back. Pitman shorthand from the 30s, 1920s. This is also from the 1920s. This beautiful Home Sweet Home patriotic song. And I put antique paper on the back for journaling. A children's 1920s book on hard fuzzy cardstock. This is a wonderful little children's book piece here that I turned into a pocket. Stamp collector's book page from the 50s. This is a triple tag for journaling. Just fun. Another wonderful little children's pocket here. This is a vintage tree book that I have, How a Tree Grows. I love that. Antique paper on the back there. And Pitman shorthand again. It's from a sewing book. And look at, I put a book inside a book. I kid you not. Mary, John, and Peter. I have about 4 of these. Different versions, but here it is. So I've kept the original first page. This is from 1933. Typing page, another 1920s page. It's a little ripped here, but I love it. So it stays in. And this is another great photo. This is from the 1920s, and the way I can tell is the pants. Boys weren't allowed to wear long pants. They wore these short knickers with their socks, and just adorable. So that's how I know that. And then another journaling tag here with some birch bark and an 1895 piece on it there. Children's book page. A great print from the Renoir vintage art book from the 50s. A vintage dictionary page. This is a dust cover from a 1940s book, Nor'westers, which I long ago turned into a junk journal. Some 1930s Monopoly money. This came from a 1950s newspaper, Poems You Ought to Know. And then there's the last of the book. So we got a whole little book inside my book. I've never done it before. It's something new. I think I'm gonna try to do it whenever I can now, because I have hundreds of these blank books. So here we go. Theater Arts from the 40s. Another 1953 receipt there from a bakery. This is the cover of the popular crochet magazine from the 50s. Lovely. And this is a lovely little poem down here from a children's book. And this is from 1884. Look how wonderful that is. Just gorgeous. And so that's another journaling. Oopsie, journaling pocket there. 1800s book page up here. Look at that one. Isn't that sweet? 2 1920s banknotes in there, more crochet here. I'm gonna run out of breath. This is just a little journaling envelope here. Antique paper, another wonderful journaling or children's book page here. This is from 1895, from October 10th, and they turned it into a pocket on one side. And I put a 1951 yearbook page in there with the autographs on it. I just thought that was fun. There we go. And then just a vintage playing card in here. Thought that was really cool. The Queen of Hearts. And then this is just a 1960s envelope topper. And another wonderful children's book page there, Log House. And another one of these tags I made with the lace fabric. And then here's another piece. I'm really into these 1895 pieces now, but this is a full page and it is beautiful. Oh, sorry, it's not a full page. This one's a half a page. The bottom was torn, and just the most beautiful advertisements. Look at that. You'll have a lot of fun. You can reuse those. You can cut them up and make clusters or mixed media art. Fun cluster up here. There is Queen, who is now Queen Elizabeth. She was a princess in this picture with her corgis. She's had them since she was a little girl. And just an antique book page here for journaling, blank on the back. And then this fantastic 1940s dress patterns. Isn't that cool? And a little pocket there with the hawk on it there. Out with Romany once more. Antique book, 1940s. And that brings us to the end. So you can see this on hyperstamper.etsy.com. I hope you enjoyed this very fast book tour, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye for now.